Welcome to the Story Harvest for a heartwarming crop of tales with a moral for tots to teens. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to get more new stories regularly. The Bunch of Flowers. Grandma Florrie was tending to her plants with loving care. She weeded the flower beds and then picked up the hose to water the saplings. All at once she noticed her queen rose was missing. She looked around with a start and exclaimed in dismay, "My purple dahlia, my pink geranium, my daisy, they're gone." She sat down on her doorstep and tried to calm her frayed nerves. It did not take her long to realize that some of her prized flora had been nipped by a flower thief. Florrie Wilson was an elderly grandma who lived alone in her cozy cottage on Elm Street. Hers was one of the best gardens in the neighborhood. Her little green patch was enough to turn her neighbors green. Well, she sure had a green thumb. Her flowers shared her loneliness, comforted her, and were her close companions. Apparently, her best species had been plucked by someone ruthlessly today, and she was determined to catch the thief. The next morning, Grandma finished her chores early and stood discreetly behind the curtains. Shortly, a little figure slipped through the gates and within minutes clipped off some beautiful flowers and ran off in the blink of an eye. Grandma recognized her instantly. She was little Lisa, the dear 10-year-old who lived at the end of the street. Grandma was puzzled. Lisa was such a well-groomed, warm-hearted girl. How could she do that? Surely something was amiss. A wise and loving human being that Grandma was, she decided to tackle the issue with utmost sensitivity. She would not pounce on Lisa, nor would she give her a dressing down. Grandma's mind was weighing all the options, and gentle was the watchword. The next day, Grandma was up early and completed her tasks well before time. She had marked the time of the intruder's arrival, and just before the minute, she began weeding her flower bed. She kept a watchful eye on the gate and was alert. Sure enough, she saw young Lisa slip into the gate. Grandma was crouched discreetly amid the flowers, and as Lisa came closer, she called out amicably, "Hello there, dear. Can you lend me a hand with this stubborn weed? It seems to be deeply entrenched." Lisa was caught off guard and stammered instantly, "Of course, ma'am." She bent down and ripped off the weed in one jerk. "Wow!" exclaimed Grandma. "That was quite a yank. There are a few more here. It would be a great help if you clear them off." Lisa obliged happily, and Grandma seemed pleased. She picked an assortment of flowers and beamed. "These are for you, dear. You were a great help." Lisa was taken aback. "Thanks, ma'am. That's very kind of you." Grandma walked towards the house, smiling benevolently. "Come on in. Let's have some lemonade." Lisa followed meekly. Grandma took Lisa inside and made her comfortable as she fixed 2 glasses of cool lemonade. Lisa looked around and marveled at Grandma's housekeeping skills. She saw a half-knit cardigan on knitting needles placed neatly on a clean linen cloth on the table. "This is exquisite. Whom are you knitting for, ma'am?" Grandma replied, smiling warmly. "Let's first introduce ourselves, dear. You can call me Grandma Florrie. How should I address you?" "I'm Lisa, and I live at the end of Elm Street with my mother. She is ill and loves flowers. These will cheer her up." Grandma then explained warmly, "This sweater is for little Bernie who lives next door. His mother is giving me easy lessons on the computer. She doesn't charge a penny. I thought I should do my bit to deserve the favor. Lisa sipped on the lemonade and looked thoughtful for a moment. Grandma, can I come over and lend you a hand with gardening every day? I could water the plants and mow the lawn or do some weeding. I can spare a few minutes in the morning. Grandma smiled back. That would be wonderful. 10 minutes are enough. You need to concentrate on your studies and spare time for your ailing mother. And yes, your remuneration will be a bunch of flowers every day. Lisa was overjoyed. She bade Grandma goodbye and returned home, hop, skip and jump. Grandma smiled to herself. Mission accomplished. Little Lisa was not burdened with guilt. Her tender mind was guided with a sensitive touch. She was placed on the right path with a fairy's wand, not through preaching but through role play. Grandma heaved a sigh of relief. Lisa carefully placed the flowers in the vase. They seemed more fragrant today, and Mother would recover faster now. The world is indeed a beautiful garden, she mused. Grandma gently sprayed the lawn. How green it seemed. She hummed a little parody of the famous nursery rhyme, her own witty version. Florrie, Florrie, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row. Little Lisa would earn her bunch of flowers. Moral: example is better than precept. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe.